Alrighty, welcome to Oxygen Not Included. I am back with more tips and tricks, and this is part 3. Pips not planting seeds. A shout out to the user Nakomaru from Oxygen Not Included's official forum for solving this. According to him, pips will consider planting a seed in a tile under these conditions. The tile has no more than 2 neighboring plants in the direction 6 squares to the left, 6 down, 5 right and 5 up. The tile itself has to be either a natural tile with a hardness up to 150, a farm tile, or a hydroponic farm. The pip must be able to navigate to the seed and the tile, and there must be no buildings obstructing the plant's location. The atmospheric pressure is greater than 100 grams per square, and the surrounding temperature is between minus 50 to plus 100 degrees Celsius of the requirements of the plant. Here, with plant, I do refer to its entire height, be it 1, 2 or 3 tiles. Buried seeds do not count, but if a living plant is later entombed, let's say in falling sand, it will count. Popped eardrums. When your duplicants enter a room that has a gas pressure greater than 4 kilograms per tile, they will gain the popped eardrums debuff. It causes your duplicants to gain stress with 20% per cycle. The debuff itself can last around half a cycle and can be a real troublemaker. So as a small tip, try not to use high pressure gas vents in your main base, because as their name suggests, they will cause a high atmospheric pressure, often above the 4 kilogram threshold, which will constantly increase the stress level of your duplicants. Instead, stick with regular gas vents that become overpressured at around 1800 to 2000 grams of oxygen. Running low on dirt? Get more dirt by boiling polluted water. For every 1 kilogram of polluted water evaporated, you will get 10 grams of dirt. It is equal to 1% of the total boiled water mass, which, yes, it is really not a lot, considering that the rest 99% get converted into steam. But hey, if you do not know what to do with your polluted water vents, or if you find yourself with an excess of polluted water and are in need of some dirt, now you know what to do. And as a nice bonus, you have plenty of steam to generate additional electricity. Just remember, the created dirt will be hot, more than 100 degrees Celsius hot. But give that a try. Composting seeds at once. Sweep them all into one storage. You can mark items for compost directly from containers, and you do not need to remove them first. I wish there were a way to fully automate it though, and as far as I can tell, you always need to manually mark stacks for compost. One possible workaround is a mod called Settings Change Tool. Enabling this mod will add an additional tool to the bottom right corner, which you can use to toggle compost, empty or disinfect orders on multiple tiles at once. All still manual though. The telescope. Building on the surface of your asteroid could be a real pain in the beep. Not only for the lack of cooling possibilities, but also because your buildings get buried and potentially destroyed by meteors. And if you ever tried to build a functioning telescope, you've stumbled across this problem. More often than not, a set of bunker doors above the telescope is unfortunately not enough to keep it from getting buried. And many of us resort to window tiles, and quite logically, since they're transparent. But they do not work. Although the sunlight can pass through them, the telescope requires a clear view of the sky. Try replacing them with mesh or airflow tiles. Funny enough, they get the job done. With the new DOC underway, the telescope building itself should be replaced by a new one, but the way this works should stay the same. Transparent tiles. And while we're on the topic of tiles, here's a little something interesting about all transparent tiles. Gases will easily pass through airflow tiles in any direction while acting as a solid block for any or all liquids and items at the cost of small decor penalty nearby. Light can fully pass through them. If a gas inside an airflow tile condenses into a liquid or item, it will be pushed into the closest open tile in clockwise direction starting from the top left tile. Mesh tiles let light, all gases, and all liquids through. Buildings that spill liquids onto the floor when in use, like the natural gas generator, petroleum generator, and the polymer press, can be built on mesh tiles to redirect their liquid output and avoid flooding or manual mopping. Window tiles let light through, but not in its full amount. A small portion of the incoming light gets dissipated and only around 90% passes through. Oh, and by the way, unlike normal tiles, window tiles allow not only light, but also decor to pass through. Okay, hopefully this was helpful for you. You can always share some of your tips and tricks down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Ciao, see you soon.